take a look at some different ways to show a number being raised to a power using an exponent. In the example I have here, you see parentheses around a -3. Here, you see parentheses around just a 3. We're going to look at how the exponent of 2 will get you different answers depending on how the problem is specified with the parentheses. Here, the value that's being taken to the second power is the entire value inside the parentheses. So this problem means to take -3 and multiply it by -3. So -3 raised to the second power would end up calculating to be a +9. By putting the parentheses this way, we're excluding the negative sign. Here, what I want is just the 3 to the second power. This is like saying I have a -1 being multiplied. So my answer here is going to end up being a -1 times the 3 to the second power's value. So what I really have is a -1 times 3 times 3. Since 3 times 3 is 9, the answer here ends up being a -9. Pay attention to the minus sign. If it's included inside the parentheses, you use it when you evaluate the exponent. If it is not contained inside the parentheses, you do not use it when evaluating the exponent, but rather multiply the value by -1 at the end. The reason that this becomes confusing is because these parentheses are not needed to write this problem on the right. -3 to the second power does not need the parentheses around there. You have to remember that when there are no parentheses, that the negative sign is not included in the exponent. Let me show you two example problems. You see similar written problems here. -4 to the second power plus 5. However, the difference in the two problems is the placement of parentheses. There are no parentheses here on the left. So what we have to remember is that 4 is being raised to the second power, not the negative sign. So what I have is a -1 times 4 times 4. -4 to the second power with no parentheses like that means -16. When I add the -16 plus 5, then I have a value of an answer, -11. How does that change if there were parentheses in this problem? If there are parentheses, -4 raised to the second power means that the entire value, -4, is being multiplied twice. So this time, -4 times -4 gives me a +16. When I add the 5, I have a very different answer of 21. Pay attention to the negative sign. Only when it's included inside parentheses is it used when you evaluate your exponent.